agụgide akwụkwọ abalị mụọ lantan ya zuo fuelu mee ya na onye nke ọzọ anọ ya na-agbara oringo at the end of the day because na the student didn't give in to lecturers demand ihe na ịkwada ya onye nke na-agba oringo ịghọtago. So what by implication are you doing? You are encouraging ya na-akpụ ya mgbe ahụ ogbu oge ịghọtago and then discouraging hard work. So we really need to understand this, you know, like I said before, and when a lot of judicial officers that still have the integrity. I still know that, and I can confirm that to you. When a lot of them out there, that by quota, by federal character, that are out there, how am I left to have from right here? What they go there is just to do the bidding of one Obna Thierry had that place. Somebody in this country, Kaino, a serving senator, if I'm not mistaken, okay, ex-senator, former senator. Now, when you use the position here, I think Court of Appeal, use the position here, when their members, they put you on record. Until today, nobody has probed or, investigated that matter. And it's true. Recently, Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee, recommended the debarment of one lawyer, that works in one highly placed firm and a highly placed lawyer over sham party, ambulance shares and, brief shares and kind of, and there were some allegations. The guy said that our principal is capable of influencing. You understand? Till today, yes, the guy has been sacked, but what happened to those things he said about his principal? So what are we even talking about? Or that there is no secret cow in this. Let us just say it the way it is. If the public, if the masses must repose confidence in the judiciary, we have to tell ourselves the truth. Bible again, you shall know the truth, and it is this truth that will set us free. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Ihe a na-ejezi na court most of the times. Abụrụzi na bukosiri akwụkwọ gị ka ị ga convince court. You understand? With decided authorities and all the rest of them. And then other status. He got convinced the court. Or onye ima. You understand?
You've actually but let me be direct. Is the court still the hope of the common man? Because
let me answer that question this way. Recently, there is this jest. There is this statement that makes jest of the judiciary. But I think we don't really understand the seriousness of that. People say, go to court. If you don't agree, go to court.
Yes.
Yeah, if I kill you, go to court.
Yes.
That thing is a serious mockery of the judiciary.
Yes.
How can somebody tell you go to, because what will be the outcome, the likely outcome?
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And I do say this. Any thief that tells his victim, go to court, just know that the minister in that temple has collected part of the stolen property, maybe as tithe. You understand? So the confidence, I can tell you, is no longer there. Okay, let me use myself as an example. I am a minister in the Temple of Justice. Sometime 2021, Access Bank, precisely, froze my account with them. I went to court. They did not notify me that they froze my account. I wrote to them. They didn't respond. I filed a suit against them. I won them at the trial court. I won them at the Court of Appeal. Somebody who called himself Leonard Sek, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, went and filed notice of appeal in the Supreme Court and abandoned it there. Now, this is 2 to 3 years now. There is no date. We have approached them for date. We have not gotten date. 2 to 3 years. I am a minister in the temple. How much more somebody else? Okay, you name a business with capital of 10 million naira. You will bring your mother here. I hear was there 5 million or even 9 million. The person that wage they go, he will get caught for 10 good years. Okay, 3 years I'm not talking about even in Kemeri, you understand? 3 years he got la and what about a date? How can the public repose confidence in the court? Okay, people will be taking laws into their hands now. That's why native doctors are making money now. And people resort to police for civil matters. Onye make a business that is purely civil. They will write petitions saying not obtaining under false pretense. And let me say it here, that you cannot approbate and reprobate. You cannot say there is a breach of contract, that this person breached the contract between both of us. You understand? Between Yam and Anya. You got to go. And at the same time, you go to police and say this person obtained under false pretense. Some of these things they're making land transactions. Land transactions are being regulated by a document, deed of conveyance, deed of assignment, and all the rest of them. These are covenants. There are covenants in those documents. If there is any breach by any party, you invoke the particular or the necessary paragraphs of the covenant and enforce it. But you see people going to police and paying the police, they will just go there, get one order like that. A lot of authorities have said that magistrate court doesn't have authority to issue, to freeze people's account. But they still go to magistrate court because that's where they will get it easily. They cannot get it easily in the high court. Without putting the account holder on notice, without even the bank putting the account holder on notice, by ex parte application, you freeze somebody's account without the person knowing until the person wants to operate that account. That is when he will even have a clue of what is happening. This is not the way to go. This is not right. So some of these things should be addressed and questioned. A lot of things are happening.
Man, Akuzila, judiciary is the third arm of the government, if I'm not mistaken. The legislature, and the executive and the judiciary. Open as somebody known at the system, it is still is this aggravated about how the system is working. Kedema had a common man. I'm asking you now, what do you recommend? What do you actually, if they ask you now, aka what is the first, second? Because some people know the problem, but they don't know this solution. And then we'll start getting it right.
Okay, invariably, I have said two things here that divested the court of that confidence people reposed in them. One, I said corruption. You understand?
Okay.
Corruption of judicial officers, some judicial officers, not all, and not judiciary. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah. Then, again, the system itself. Yeah. Every matter you appeal up to Supreme Court. We borrowed the American system of presidential constitution. In America, almost every state in America have their Supreme Court. So why are we having one Supreme Court? One Supreme Court that is attending to virtually over 240 people, 240 million people. No, now, and with 21 or thereabout justices. This is practically impossible. So, it is either that since they have created 6 geopolitical zones, it is either that each zone should have its own Supreme Court, or that some matters should stop at Court of Appeal level. You understand? This is one of the ways. I believe, you understand, some of these things can be cured. Then the issue of corruption. That one. I was just reading an article by Professor Chidodin Kalu. He was mentioning some judges that we are retired because of corruption. So I asked myself, even Chid asked the same question. So is retirement the punishment for corruption? He argued that somebody spread money. Somebody spread money and you gave him 6 months imprisonment. Somebody collected millions, you understand, of money as bribe, and then
Obstructed justice.
yeah, exactly, you understand, gave judgment to another person, you understand, and then you retired the person. So the punishment is not commensurate. You understand? The punishment is not commensurate. In one of my interviews, I said something that two laws will shape Nigeria to better. I said, number one, see, rigging of election, capital offense. Yeah, death sentence. Number two, embezzlement of public fund or official corruption. Capital offense. Somebody like Alin Dume, a serving senator who called himself a principal officer, came and was saying, debate about drug trafficking to make it a capital offense. Or where say that Nyaya support corruption by politicians. Yeah, embezzlement of public funds by politicians. Capital offense. That they steal and cheer. Ihe mmadụ nwere sense pụta na the public. Channels television wee kwuo. Now, well in guessing that na drug trafficking, you gotta go, it has done harm, blah blah blah. The money you are embezzling is the money not meant for a particular thing.
It is.
Let's take, for example, to build roads or construct roads. Do you know how many people, by failure to construct that road or standard one, how many people that have died on that road? If Putawena say, no, that now you steal and cheer. Ha! It is the same Alain Dumeo. I think around March 14th. They were on the same channels. And when I Giamaka the budget padding. Always say that now as a principal officer, Nayawa went more than other senators. So now my question now is, it is now personal. It has nothing to do with your constituency. So, and when senator so, kaibeha, and when constituency kaibeha, even though I have contended that a National Assembly member have no business with constituency. What is constituency allowance? Are you a member of the executive that executes the law or executes contracts? And he went further to say that he will not tell the interviewer, you understand, how much he gets. Then I say transparency in government. If the press doesn't know the amount of money you are getting, how much more you are constituent members? You are constituent. Oga, it's a funny situation. It's a funny situation. And they ignominiously, with impunity, come out to the air and then say something like that. Nobody questions them. They are there for their businesses. Let me use this opportunity to say one or two about this constituency allowance. You know, the Constitution says that the business of National Assembly, shall be transacted in English language. Now, I want you to follow my argument.
Okay.
The same Constitution recognizes the fact that there are people that are called illiterate. Even Illiterate Protection Act also states that, you understand? People that can neither read nor write nor understand the content of a document. You understand? Now, that is why the Constitution, I think, in paragraph, in chapter 4 of the Constitution, that when you are arrested, that you will be informed in the language that you understand. So by implication, they admitted that there are some people that don't understand English. You understand? So now, what is the business of members of National Assembly? Their business is to make law. You understand? I think section 5 of the Constitution. To make laws for good governance, order, and blah, blah, blah. You understand? Now, this business is being transacted in English language. How do you interpret this law that you have made in English language to the people that don't understand English? To our grandparents that are in the village. You do not do that, and at the end of the day, you will come and say ignorance of the law is not an excuse. It cannot be correct. It cannot be correct. Quote me. You don't just go to England and borrow things, hook, line, and sinker. In England, there's a presumption that every English woman and English man understands English.
Their mother tongue.
In Nigeria, where you have over 250 languages, you will now apply it hook, line, and sinker here. So why did I bring this issue up? If this constituency allowance is channeled towards the members of National Assembly or State House of Assembly towards educating their constituents of the laws made in the National Assembly, towards orientating them, towards informing them, it will to an extent be justifiable.
Yes.
But you see these people, they carry that money unaccounted. Unaccounted. The people that have worked, these are people that doesn't have NYSC certificate, mind you. Because the minimum requirement is school certificate. The Constitution never said that a member of National Assembly or State House of Assembly must have NYSC certificate. You understand? Okay, see the injustice in this country. You have gone to primary school, secondary school, university, and then served your fatherland and was given certificate. They say if you don't get that certificate, you are not going to get employment. You understand? That is to say, you are not going to be paid from the public coffers. Now, those National Assembly members, House of Assembly members that are being paid from public coffers, do they have their NYSC certificate? So somebody gets the university, grab primary, secondary, university, even some have master's, some have double degree, some have PhD. You understand? At the end of the day, here when I have minimum requirements, schools are just like in Kempool before. You understand? And you are being paid millions every month. And money, a civil servant who has worked for 35 good years cannot earn throughout his entire career. What nonsense are we talking about? Oga, I will say it. So long as I am a minister in the temple, I owe the people the obligation of saying some of these things. It's a fact.